So it's essentially helping the engineer be able to tackle these problems. Now, you said they were not able to tackle the problems. What was the big obstacle when you said their engineers couldn't do some of these things? Was it just
Yeah.
lack of experience and fluency in the languages because they're so archaic? Was it the level of complexity of the different systems and tools? What was the big obstacle?
My gut feel is that the vast majority is from bad prompts, right? So there's essentially a couple of ways that you can use our product Genie. You can just type it into a chat box, give it a prompt. You can copy and paste a ticket from Linear. You can do a direct integration. So you can assign the Linear task or Jira task, or you can send it from Slack. When the prompt or the ticket is detailed enough, then our agent is much more capable. It's usually the lack of information that is problematic, right? So for a human, you can be much more flexible in terms of being vague. And, if you said something like,
Ambiguous.
ambiguous, you say, fix the bugs on the front end. That maybe because you've spoken to a colleague at a water cooler, you would understand that. But for an agent, because you don't have that context, it just doesn't work. So if you can overcome that problem, the next problem we have is, and I don't think this is unique to us, I think this is a lot of coding agents are the same, is that if the task is too large or too big, right? It essentially it kind of loses its way. I'd say it's not to humanize it too much. It almost gets distracted. And so what we are about to release next week is a new feature called Auto PM. So, it's an auto project manager. We see it as
Interesting.
our version of deep research, as like an OpenAI trend, where it can ask further questions. It essentially puts itself into a loop, and it can go for hours, right? We've given it tasks where it has come back 3 hours later and successfully deployed, a huge change, right? Where there is like tens of thousands of lines of differences. And I think for us that's the next step, what we're trying to fix. There's always a limit of what we think that, as you know, as you think you fix somewhere, there's always a new leak that appears somewhere else. But I think we
Right.
are moving towards both user education becoming better,
Yeah.
but also a product becoming better, much more truly agentic, right? I saw something
Yeah.
on X the other day. It's like, you can't really claim your AI tool is agentic unless it basically, when you have to prompt it multiple times for the same task. And I think we probably agree, right? Hopefully our next update will decrease that, but we're not truly agentic fully until we get to the
Well,
point where it's completely autonomous by itself.